Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to write your research project with AI. My name is John Ukpanukpong. So what is the full meaning of AI? AI stands for artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is more or less like your own intelligence. It's almost like human intelligence, but way much faster than human intelligence that have been fed with so many pieces of information, and over time it learn, and it's able now to provide the information that you need. So whatever information you see generated from artificial intelligence has been fed by somebody, an engineer somewhere, just the way a human being will grow in knowledge. A child will learn how to say come, you learn how to pronounce words. That's the same way artificial intelligence started growing in its intelligence with the knowledge it is given. As it continually gets edited and more knowledge is being added, it became highly efficient. So it can always help you to automate tasks. It will save your time. It will make you faster and make you do work that you would have spent all day in just a few seconds. So we're going to look at the websites that you can use, the AI that you can use to do all these things. So the number one website we're going to look at, number one, is chatgpt. So if you've not created an account with OpenAI, you can just do it. But if you have, then you can just start from there. So we have, I would say, chat.openai.com. So OpenAI is a company that created ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a very high level artificial intelligence that is highly interactive. It has the efficiency of a normal intelligence that's been fed, and I think it's one of the best AI that is used so far. So right here, most of you will be using your Android, so I have to turn off my ChatGPT AI PRM so that you will have the same interface like me. So I've been able to remove ChatGPT AI PRM. That one is a topic on its own, so that your interface will be exactly the way mine is. So the first thing you want to do when you want to write a project, the first thing is the project topic. The project topic. So you can get a handful of topics, but if you don't have a handful of topics, maybe you've been submitting your project to your lecturers and they don't feel comfortable about them, then the next thing you are going to do is to come to AI, or if you are just starting out, is to come to ChatGPT and brainstorm ideas. For instance, let's say I want to write something about the role of ICT in educational technology. I think I wrote something like that related to this in my postgraduate studies. So I'll say the role of ICT in educational technology. So I'm not going to just put the role of ICT in educational technology. This is just the topic. So I'll say I want to write an undergraduate research projects. Let's put the research projects on the role of ICT. I put on the role of ICT in educational technology. Please provide at least 10 project topics. So let's look at what it's going to do. So within a second, you can see that it has provided me 10 topics here. So the first one is the impact of virtual reality and augmented reality in enhancing classroom learning. Now, remember, if we are to put this here, you are going to put maybe the area you want to study, maybe in Obudu, where I come from, Obudu Cross River State. I say the role of ICT in educational technology in a particular place. So whatever you have here, you can always put it, attach your area of concentration, like the impact of virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality in enhancing classroom learning in Aba local government area of whatever. So we have the next one, we have e-learning platforms and student performance. You can see it. Investigate the relationship between, this is the subtitle, investigate the relationship between the use of various e-learning platforms and students' academic performance, considering the factors like usability, accessibility, and interactivity. The third one is influence of social media on informal learning. So you can see the subtopic. Now, when you are given a particular guideline, you have to follow the guideline that is given to you from your institution. Some institution, they will say, okay, whatever title you want to give should not be more than 20 words, should not be more than 15 words. So you are going to come here. Now, say, I want to write an undergraduate project on the role of ICT. Please provide at least 10 project topics. So if I'm not satisfied with this here, I can still copy this again, or I can still edit this one. I can still, where's my edit here? I can still edit, looking for edit. It's supposed to be edit somewhere. But if that doesn't work, I'll just write the same thing. Or I'll say make the subtopic 20 words only. So I'll say make the subtopic 20 words only. So you can see I've shortened it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I've shortened it. So it depends on, I'm just using this as an example. So it depends on what you want to write. Now, if you look here, this is a plugin I'm using, so I will not, you may not find this download PDF here. You have regenerate. Let's assume I'm not satisfied with what they have given me here. What you will I do? I'll say regenerate. So when I say regenerate, I wait for it. So you can see it here. So whenever you are not satisfied with what it has given you, either you regenerate it or you start afresh. You can still come back here and then write that. I hope that's quite noted and is very clear. So that's that on finding your project topics. You can get so many as possible. You can also pick from different, you can also ask it. Let's assume my department is biochemistry. So I want to write an undergraduate project on, so I don't know the topic. I don't know any topic to write on. So I can still ask it to brainstorm ideas. So I want to write an undergraduate research project. My department, okay, or let's say in the department of biochemistry. Please provide at least 10 project topics. So let's allow AI to provide 10 project topics for us. Provide 10 project topics for me. So let's see. All right. So you can see it. You can see it now. It said, certainly, here are 10 research project topics in the field of biochemistry for your undergraduate research. So it's a protein folding and misfolding in neurodegenerative disease. You have investigate the molecular mechanism of protein misfolding in disease like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. You have enzyme kinetic and inhibition. Study the kinetics of enzyme blah 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 to 10. So if I'm not comfortable with this, so you can see they're even advising you when choosing a research topic, consider your interests, available resources, and access to relevant laboratories. So you are going to look at all this so that you don't pick what, when you go over there, you will not be able to find the resources and the material. So let me regenerate this. Let's assume I'm not comfortable with this. I'm going to regenerate here. So this is 2 of 2. Yeah, this was what I was looking for. In case the prompt was not properly done, so you can always edit it here and then click submit. So when I'm done, this is page 1 of 2. We have page 2 of 2. The more it generates, the third one, if I regenerate it, is going to be page 3 of 3. The same thing here. This is page 1 of 1. If I edit this again and create another one, it's going to be page 1 of 2. So page 2 of 2. So you can see it here. This is hormonal regulation of metabolism. Study the biochemical mechanism by which hormones regulate various metabolic pathways, focusing on the condition like insulin resistance or hyperthyroidism. So you can see this here. So you can decide to pick any of this here. You can decide to pick any of this here. And one more thing here. So you can decide to always put each of the charts you open has a name here. So you can always open a new chart if you want. Let's assume I talk about biochemistry. Okay, I talked about ICT in education. I can open another chart and talk about another thing. ChatGPT will always store it here for you. You can always find them here. You can always return. Let's assume I want to go to another topic. I want to talk about another thing. So that's that for finding your project topic. In case you have any problem or any issues after this, kindly let me know. The next thing we are going to look at after finding your project topic is the outline. You need an outline. You need an outline for your project topic. So let's say I want to write an undergraduate. Sorry, I want to write and always put it undergraduate if you're writing an undergraduate so that it knows how to project on the topic. Let me just use this topic. The role of ICT in educational technology. Now remember that if I'm writing it, I'm not going to, in my project, I'm not going to just write the role of ICT in educational technology. You must specify the given area you are studying. The role of ICT in educational technology in secondary school, among secondary school students in Obudu local government area of Cross River State. But basically, when you are doing your own research, you are picking ideas from other researches and then personalizing it to your own area. So you can just keep it raw like this. Let's say I want to write an undergraduate project on the topic, the role of ICT in educational technology. I am an undergraduate student. Oh, let me just leave that aspect. Okay, I want to write an undergraduate project, research project. Let me just put a research project on the topic, the role of ICT in educational technology. So kindly or please provide an outline. So let's look at it. Please provide an outline. So we want to look at the skeletal part of it. So you can see it. You can see it now. It's providing an outline for me. So if I'm not satisfied with this here, I can decide to click on regenerate. So let's look at what the outline has given to us. Number one, we have the title. I did not ask you to give me the preliminary pages here, but I will still do that. So we have I here, we have introduction, we have background and context, statement of the problem, purpose of the study, research questions, significance of the study, scope and limitation, structure of the research paper. That's chapter 1. So this is supposed to be chapter 1. Then chapter 2, we have literature review, we have historical development of ICT in education, we have key concepts in educational technology, theoretical framework in ICT and education, we have benefits of integrating ICT in education, challenges and barriers to ICT integration, and so on and so forth. Number 3 is a theoretical framework. Number 3 is a theoretical framework we are going to use. And number 4, where you do your sampling, your method, and whatever thing you want to do, you have your research design. So number 4 is supposed to be given to you by your lecturer. So your lecturer may suggest a particular methodology. You might decide if it's where you need to generate questionnaires, you can ask it to generate questionnaires for you in a particular questionnaires that are tailored to your project topic. So we have research design, data collection. So when you reach a theoretical framework, you can stop there and ask your lecturer if this framework that is given here is okay. If it is okay, you can go by it. Now, when you reach this one, data and presentation of analysis, it is what you have gained from here. You can now pick it and ask AI to start discussing about the presentation of research finding. You send it to AI. AI is going to send it back to you. And then you have the data analysis and interpretation. AI is going to do everything for you. Then you now use of chart, graph, tables, and illustration. You can just also ask, then address the questions and hypotheses. So from here, remember, you are going to give AI what to do. So in much later, as we go forward, I'll show you where to upload whatever you've gotten to AI. So AI will analyze it and start answering all these questions here. So this is chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, conclusion, chapter 8, and so on and so forth. But most research projects in undergraduate usually end around chapter 5. So I'm going to ask AI to regenerate it and make it a 5 chapter. So if you come across something like this that gives it almost 8 chapters, so you can ask it, please make everything 5 chapters. So I can now ask it, please make everything 5 chapters. So you can see chapter 1, chapter 2, this chapter 4, chapter 5, and references. Good. This is the actual way. Now, there's one disadvantages of using ChatGPT. Do not, I repeat, do not use it for references, because it's going to bring out fictitious references for you. Do not use ChatGPT. This one I'm using. Do not ask it to generate references for you, because it's going to create references that do not exist. So right now we're using it to brainstorm, to know where we are going to. So if I'm comfortable with this here now, let's assume I want you to write chapter 1 for me. So I can now ask it, ask it to write, write background, write on the background of, okay, background and context. Let's assume we're doing that, background and context. So you now pick it one by one. One by one, it will be writing it for you. So you can now see it here. So when you are copying, always make sure you remove this here. Most of you use ChatGPT, you copy everything and don't know what to do. You copy plus the prompts you put and plus the other part of it, and your lecturer will see it and will know that, oh, this person used ChatGPT. So if you are copying, always look very well. Read what it has generated. It's very wrong for you to generate something with AI and do not read it. You are supposed to read it. And that's why I always say, if you want to use AI for a particular thing, you should be an expert in that field so that when AI is misbehaving, remember it is a computer you're using. When AI is misbehaving, you will know. So for instance, now you can see this below here. Feel free to expand upon this section by including specific statistics, trends, or development in ICT field. So you can use this one and still ask it and continue to ask it. Now, when you are copying, you can see here we have you can see here we have this is copy. When I click on this button, if you are using mobile phone, this one is always below. You will see that this one here will be part of it, and this down one will be part of it, where it says, certainly, here's a brief section on this. Make sure you edit it and remove it. So let's assume I want to copy this here, copy it. Let me open document here. You can decide to finish everything. When you are done, you now copy whatever you want. Remember, you can do all of this with your phone. You can do all of this with your phone, but if you have a laptop, that's not a bad idea. So you can see here, look at what it has done. It has copied where I say, certainly, here's a brief section. You have to remove this one. Read what you are doing. Don't submit things like this to your lecturer. It shows you are not serious and you don't know what you are doing. So you can see I've removed that. This is the background and context. Make sure you have read whatever you are doing. So I'm through with background and context. And then the next thing I'm going to tell it, if I like, based on the suggestion it has given here, I can give specific statistics, trends, and ask it to write more on that. But I don't want it for the purpose of this lecture. You can explore more. For the purpose of this lecture, I want to just finish everything about chapter 1 here. So the next thing I'm going to ask it to write about statement of the problem. Write on the statement of the problem. So remember, so number 2, do not ask AI to write all the project all at once. You see, I'm taking it step by step. If you ask it to write it, it's just going to give you something very little. So you can see here, they say, feel free to elaborate on each problem statement, providing supporting evidence or statistics or this. So with this one here, you can leave this one out for, don't use ChatGPT for all these additional ones. I will show you another AI that can be supportive, that will give you real citations and referencing. You can use it because a good project should have good citation and references that people can point back and read. So you are not writing a textbook. Even textbook have references. You are not writing an article where you just leave it blank like that. So you need to cite here as you're talking. So you're not going to use just one AI to write this project. You're going, ChatGPT is only brainstorming ideas and showing you what to do. So chapter 1 is not always much. It's always a little bit scanty, straight to the point, and that's just it. So they are saying, feel free to elaborate on each problem statement, providing supporting evidence or statistics to emphasize the significance of these issues. So you are not going to, you may use this one, but I think if you use the statistics here, you might get some things wrong. So that's that. So let's move over. If I'm satisfied with this, I copy it, go over to this document. I'll paste it here, Ctrl+V. Remember, I said always proofread. So we have statement of the problem. I'll remove that chapter here. We have statement of the problem. Paste it there. Copy this here. Cut that here. Always read what you have done. Don't just paste it and leave it there. So you can see I have certainly. Read what you have done. Don't be faster than your shadow. If you are faster than your shadow, you will spoil business for you. And once your lecturer discovers that you are not doing anything, you are just they'll make the whole thing tight for you and you will suffer it. So let me put this here so you can see it. You can go through this, and then wherever you need minor adjustments, you can make those adjustments. So the next one, what is the next one here? The next one, I just want to do chapter 1 now. Okay, the next one is purpose of the study. I'll copy it, go down here, paste it. I'll just say right, on purpose of the study. So AI understands the conversation so far. So it's taking it step by step. It understands what to do. It understands what to do. So you can see it. So if I'm not teaching you, all these ones can be in less than 15 minutes. I'll generate everything I need to do. Then I now sit down to proofread. In less than 15 minutes, I can generate everything I need because so you can see purpose of the study. I'll remove it, put this here. So you can see purpose of the study. Remember, I said don't make it to write any citation or references. So you can use other AI to inject whatever you want there. So let's come to what is next. Research questions. I'll stop there at research questions since I'm repeating the same process. Right on the research right on research questions. See it. I'll go down so I can. So these are the research questions. I wish I had ChatGPT when I was writing my project. Everything would have been wow. So let's look at this here. It's a bit lengthy. Okay, halfway I was just highlighting it. I can now copy it and paste it here. So I can remove this here. There are 9 research questions. So from these research questions, remember we can generate questionnaires. So always remember to remove everything that is unnecessary on the spot. Don't make this mistake and go with, I still repeat, with some of the things it tells you. So you can see it. So that's that on ChatGPT. You can do that for a draft, generate it for the whole project and look at it. The next tool I want to introduce you to, which gives you real life citation and references, because you cannot just write your project from beginning to end. You are not referencing anybody. You are not pointing anything to previous work and the rest. So you should always do that, especially your literature review. It's not that it's not needed in chapter 1, it's needed also. But your literature review, you are reviewing what other researchers have done. Yeah, you are reviewing what other researchers have done. So it is very necessary that you always write, you always impute references. So let's go to, there's another AI. Okay, before I go to the next AI, remember to always go to chat.openai. Let me zoom in here. Where's my zoom? Remember to always go to chat.openai.com. You can always register. It's very simple to register. If your email is already logged into the system, just use your email and log in, and that's all. That's how to do it, even in your phone. On your Android, you can download the app. ChatGPT by OpenAI. The next one here we have, the next one is perplexity.ai. Perplexity.ai. This is the one that gives you references, live references, and it also browses the internet too. Perplexity.ai. If you are not registered with them, register and enjoy the tool. So you can see here, did I log in? Have I logged in? So, okay, you can see here, it is signing me in as with my email. That's the beauty of all this AI. I don't have time to write password. All I need to do is to just sign in, and that's all. So now let's look at literature review. I can decide to pick what I have here. And ask it to write, but let me just tell it to write a literature review on the topic. So let me copy here. So you can still ask it to do the same thing. Okay, let's still do the same thing we have done in that side. I want to write an undergraduate research project on the topic, the role of ICT in educational technology. Please provide an outline of 5 chapters. Let me just add this to 5 chapters. So I'll click here. Now, each of the things you've done is threads. When you click here, you'll see all the things you've done, you browse and the rest. So you can see it now. We have outline of 5 chapters. Chapter 1, background information on ICT in education, research problem and research, blah, 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 blah. You have chapter 2, you have methodology, you have chapter 4, you have chapter 5. So under it, you still have related questions that they are showing you, oh, you should have asked about background of the study. So if you are satisfied with that there, you can now ask a follow-up question. The follow-up question will tell you that, okay, since we are talking about the role of ICT in educational technology, you can now follow up. So you're asking a follow-up question here. So I can say write a background. Let me just pick it here. Place the follow-up and click OK. I'll tell you what that Copilot is. So now, if you see above here, you can see that there are, look at this thing here. This is a quick search. You can see it's already giving you links to all what you need, materials, PDF, introduction, ICT in education, information and communication technology, understanding the role of digital technologies. These are the resources, UNESCO, these are the resources this AI is pulling from and writing for you. So you can see it here. Look at this thing very well. The way Wikipedia is arranged, where you have 1, 2, 3 to whatever, each of those numbers is a citation. So you can see it here. Each of this is a citation. So what most of these websites do, like Wikipedia, instead of citing, putting bracket and open and close, they cite the author. They just put that link, put numbers. They put them in numbers. So you can see if I click this one here, you see it's taking me direct to a resource material. This is a PDF file. It's taking me to a PDF file. That means it has read about 10 books in a matter of just 1 second and provided this answer it gave me here. So that's the reference. You can see chapter 1 introduction. You can see it has read just this. You see everything here. This is about 60 pages. It has read it and picked something from there. That's the beauty of it. So it has given me this here. This AI used to have where you can after you write, it can give you it can give you an expanded form, but I think they've removed that feature here. It used to be here. So if I copy this now, you can see this thing here. This is copy. This is view sources. Delete if I want to delete. If I click copy to clipboard. Let's say I want to paste it here. See what will happen. Sorry, I made a mistake there. New. Let me open a new document here so that you see what I'm talking about. So if I paste it here, so can you see that the citations are here? Number 1 is linked. Where you have number 1 is linked, all those ones. You can decide to open all of this, find the author and put them. So you can see this is citation. All those numbers I was telling you, this number 1, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. So in your project, you will not use number 1, 2, and 3. Nobody will want to go back and forward to look at it. The reason why on the internet you use 1, 2, 3, and 4 is that when you click it, it takes you straight to the source. But in your book, if you put 1, 2, and 3, the person has to go back below where you have your citations and pick it. And remember, all these ones will be references, will be in your referencing, where you'll be doing your referencing. So you can see it's quoting even highly authoritative sites like sciencedirect.com, leadschool.indiana, whatever. So you can pick all of this here and look for the authors, and you can even read further on them. You see how easy it is. Instead of you picking materials from the internet and struggling to read them, you can decide to pick them. You can decide to pick from here. And now you can repeat this over and over and over. You can decide to pick this over and over, following the same thing, research problem and research questions. So let's put it as a follow-up topic. I'll paste it here, even though I don't tell it knows what to do. you should know what to do because it's a follow-up question. So you can see it, research problem. So if I'm copying, I can copy from here. So, but if you copy this one here, it copies with the citations. So you can see 352 and the rest. So all of this, it has read all those materials. See the materials here, it has read them all. Quick search, you can just quickly go to them, or you can easily find the citations here. So let me view sources. So you can see all the sources, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can even add more sources here. Okay, you can add more sources for it to work with. You can add more sources for it to work with. Okay, I think that's that. I'll not, for the want of time and to avoid repetition, I will not go over all this. So you are going to follow this step by step. If you are doing it and you are good at it, in less than 15 minutes, you should be done. The next thing you have to do is to look at your work, edit it, and add other things. So you can use multiple AIs to do that. So perplexity.ai does that for you, and that's cool. The next thing we're going to look at is the Copilot. The Copilot, since this is a free version, gives you only five chances to use it. So if I turn this Copilot on, or let me off it and click on new thread. If I need a new, if I don't want this follow up here, I can just click my threads or new. I just need a new thread, just like the other one. So you can see the Copilot is an advanced form. You can use it. Now, since I'm using new, if I have a particular book I want to study on and extract information from that book, I can use this file here. Like yesterday, I needed clarification on a particular topic. I picked a PDF file of 200 and 300 pages and asked it question, just ask it question. And it's going to pick the questions, it's going to read all that material in less than 1 second and pick what you have asked. Very simple. So with this file here, I can now upload a file. Let's assume, which file do I want to upload here? What was that thing I was thinking about? So let me pick about, okay, it was about constitution. I was trying to look for the difference between civil servants and public servants. So I asked it and upload it, and I asked it, what is the difference? So if I ask the question here, it's going to be looking directly on that, and I click it. So I think that should supposed to be under Copilot. So that's the benefit of this. You can give AI a book to read, and it's going to read it and answer you. That's the function of AI. It has been fed with so much information. That is why immediately you give it, ask it a question, in less than 1 second, it's going to pull out from those resources and supply to you. So you can do that here. I thought I would see a PDF file. Okay, let me see if I have a PDF file here. Okay, let me pick this one. I will save this one. How many pages are there? 18 pages, not so much. Let me see this one. Let me see if I can download it. It's 11 pages. Okay, to show you that, I'll just ask you to give me the list of authors so that you just see what it's going to do. Here, this is desktop. I'll keep it there. I'll upload it here and ask it to give me the list of authors so that you see what it will do to show you that it does a perfect job. So I'll click on new thread, file. So they're telling you only 25 MB. Desktop, where's my desktop here? Desktop. Okay, this is the file. I want to upload it. I say, please give me what names of 40 authors reference in this PDF. So let's see what it's going to do. Wonderful. Can you see list of 40 authors in this reference? So it gave me 33. So I'm using the So Copilot is a very complex, is a highly one, is higher than what we are doing here. So you can see the answer from there. You can see that's given me 33. Now, if I'm asking it a question, you can see that it will pull out from there. So let's take it. I don't want to turn on this Copilot. Copilot is an advanced form. You can turn it on. You have only 5 times to use it. So let me just leave it there. So a follow-up questions. Can you provide me with the role of ICT from the PDF? Right. So let's see. So you can see it summarizing it, read everything. So you can see the PDF discusses the role of digital technology, blah, 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 blah. So that's it. That is it on project writing. So the next one I'm going to talk about is we've talked about perplexity. So you can see PERPLEXITY.ai. That's the site. Register and use it. The next one we're going to look at is u.com. U.com has recently, as at last 2 weeks, they created a WhatsApp where you can just use it instantly. So for those of you that do not have access to the internet, I mean, to other data plans, you can just use it as your WhatsApp number. Immediately you send any information, boom, it's going to give it back to you with references. It's not just going to answer you, except it's just a direct question. It's going to provide you with the list of websites it has gotten those information from, and you can always point back to them. I'm emphasizing referencing and citation because it is the backbone of every research. You cannot do without citation and reference in your project writing. So you can see this here. You can type your question here. What should I type here? Let me just pick something here. Let me just type normally the role of ICT, the role of ICT in educational technology. So I'll click it, send. I'm supposed to sign in. There's a level at which it's going to go. It will not go further. So if you see it here, this is just a chat. This is just a chat. So I'm going to sign in. We have chat, you have you chat, and we have you write. So let me look for you right here. So let me continue as with my email so that you see the whole thing. So this one also provides you search. While you are typing, while you are doing that, you can always search. Let me look for you right here. I don't know where they kept it. This is just a chat. I need the main feature. I don't know why my system is hanging. Okay, you can see them here. So look at it. It has provided me with the role of ICT in educational technology. Let me just copy this so that you can see that it has the capability of doing that same thing other AIs have done. Let me see more. You write. You can pick you write. You can pick you imagine, but let's look at this one first. If the chat does not give me what I want, I will go over to you write. So you can see it. Remember to always create an account. They have also a pro account here for you. So it's still generating. Still generating. Don't know why this is very slow. Okay, still generating. So you can see each of these have their own advantages. So anyone that is suitable for you, you can always use. So you can see I've told it. Let's look at background and significance of the study. Let's take right on background and significance of the study. So that's the follow-up question, right, on background and significance of the study. Let's wait for it. So let me get that WhatsApp number. Let me get that WhatsApp number. So you can see it has written that background introduction, significance of the study, blah, 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 blah. You can always ignore this conclusion. So let me get that WhatsApp number for you chats. You can always use it. Let me go back to my phone and see where I have it. I can give you that. You can always use it with your phone. That means with your phone. Why is my phone delaying? You can always use it with your phone. So that's that. I'm still waiting for my phone. It's going to do. So it's called UChat. When you get it, you save it as UChat. Send whatever message you want to send to it, and it's going to answer you. So let me provide the number here. Okay, let me type it. Let me type the number.